Hi everybody, Natan here. Just coming back with a Wednesday story and a drill. And today's a very interesting one. I know they all are, but I get to say that. It's like a parent talking about his kids. They're all beautiful, I swear. Today we're going to be talking about, I just went through a webinar week where I had 3 webinars this week and it was incredibly intense. Did an afternoon, did an early morning, did an evening. The evening one went great. The afternoon one's coming up tomorrow. And in the meantime, the morning one was where we get the story from. In the morning one, and I'm not sure if it just paints a picture that early morning webinars may not be the best thing, I was dealing with people from all over the world, and I guess time zones and things, and people's schedules with how many different webinars they'd been on in webinar week. It was almost like Shark Week, when you're just endless marathons and watching and stuff. So I had my webinar on at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And I open up my room at 10 to 10 like normal. Nobody's there. I'm like, that's okay. Got a backstory ready to go so I can entertain a few people as we're waiting for others to join on. 5 to 10, still no one. I'm like, kind of surprised at this point. And as it hits 10 o'clock, I'm human. And a bit of anxiety starts to come up and go, whoa, this never happened before. What the heck is this? Did you not send out the link? And so all these anxiety questions, all these thoughts go off in my head. And I realized very quickly that I have a choice. I can focus my energies directly on the past and figure out what happened, where'd it go, and try to trace down like a detective, who done it. Or I can focus all my attention and all my energies to the now, which is the equivalent of the future, and say, how the heck do I fix it? Who cares where it came from? I'll deal with never having to repeat it again later. What the heck do I do now? Do I stop the meeting at 10 after and just say, hey, that's it? You know what I mean? Limited capacity. One way or another, my product has worth, whether people chose to show up or not. I'm not leaving it open and somebody can pop in at 40 after and go, whoa, what the heck happened for the last 30 minutes? So no. And I said, okay, so I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected, I know what's going to happen, but that's just logical, that's just rational. That's not making me feel better in my heart. My gut's still going duk, 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 and I'm just going. So I realized it's time for a drill. Mental scream drill. If you've gone through my program, if you've downloaded the free videos, if you've been to one of my webinars, if you've purchased our very immediate product, Effortless Mastery, getting to 10 out of 10, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. If not, this will be a wonderful introduction for you. I needed to do something physical, like tensing every single muscle in my body, while at the same time doing something emotional, like screaming as loud and as long and as hard as I could, but in my head, so that nobody around me thought I was crazy. And it worked out wonderfully. Between the squeezing and the tension of every single muscle in my body, the screaming in my mind, and I know that as long and as hard as I can scream, as long and hard as I can squeeze, is it. Once those are done, they're done. Can't hold that tension that came from that mentally, can't hold that, squeeze indefinitely physically. That won't work. So, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and as you're breathing out, start to constrict it, start to condense it, make a ball of energy, black, negative energy, all the pain, all the hate, squeeze it, all the shame, all the frustration, all the anger, all the inequality, just push it down, down, down till it hits the base of your stomach. Take a deep breath and squeeze that ball as hard as you can. Squeeze every muscle in your body. Squeeze. And in your mind, scream. Scream as long and as loud as you have to. And when you can't squeeze anymore and you just can't physically hold on to that scream, let it go. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, relax the mind. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax the body. Open your eyes. And at the end, when I finished doing my mental scream drill, I took a deep breath, I opened my eyes just like you did. And I looked on my computer, and you guessed it, somebody showed up. And so I said, oh wow, it looks like you might get my undivided attention. And before I knew it, somebody else showed up. And my energy was in the right spot to greet people. Wasn't frantic, wasn't nervous. It was perfect. I physically released some tension in my body and muscles. I mentally screamed at the craziness as long and as loud and as hard as I could. And I logically couldn't hold on to it anymore. When you can't hold on to it anymore, you gotta let it go, man. It's like a vacuum. Can't just be empty. Gotta replace it with something else. And that gave me the sensation that I needed, so that when somebody showed up, it was as if it was 10 minutes before the webinar. Oh, hi. Thanks for joining. Instead of, oh, hi, thank God you came. Oh, my goodness, if you didn't come, I don't know what I was going to do. So we can always take ourselves from that level of frantic anxiety over to where we need to be. Our calm, cool, collected, wonderful, centered best. You're a peak performer. That's why you're here. Thank you so much. I'm Natan, your mental training specialist. Let me know if there's anything I can do and if there's any topic that you'd like to cover on a Wednesday story and drill. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye.